My wallet.
It's gone. Not getting that back.
The world's biggest events are on Fox Sports.
The festivities are underway in the Big Easy. Today, the New Orleans faithful will gather to cheer on their Saints in the NFC Championship game for the first time since 2009. Now, in the Drew Brees era, the Saints are undefeated in playoff games at the Superdome. That perfect record and a trip to Super Bowl 53 hang in the balance of today's rematch with Los Angeles. And while Jared Goff is nearly 16 years younger than his opponent, the 2018 Pro Bowler is ready to prove his time has come. Championship Sunday starts right now on Fox NFL Kickoff.
Roger Staubach puts on a great one-man show. What you know?
Carissa Thompson alongside Peter Schrager, Mike Vick, the coach Dave Wannstedt, and Colin. Tony's on location in New Orleans, and we will check in with him a little bit later. But our thanks to Zachary Levi for kicking things off today. His new film, Shazam, opens in theaters everywhere on April 5th. And Championship Sunday, I don't know about you guys, feels like a national holiday. You can feel the energy.
Sunday.
Mike, you're the only one up here who's played in this game. What was it like?
Oh, it was exciting, just waking up in that morning knowing that you have a chance to play, to go to the Super Bowl, which was a long life dream. But I wish I would have took that moment more serious because I just thought I would get back. It was so easy to get there, and 10 years passed, and I never got back. So my message to Mahomes and golf is take advantage of this opportunity, leave it all out on the field, 110%, no regrets.
When did the nerves subside?
He's still nervous.
My nerves subsided once I walked out on the field and it was 13 degrees at kickoff. Everything went out the window. It was all about just playing.
Yeah, all right. Well, after an incredible season, the top 4 seeds and the top 4 offenses in football remain. While you couldn't ask for a better lineup on Championship Sunday, let's take a look at how we got here. Presented by John Wick, Chapter 3, Parabellum. For today.
Well, let's not have a referendum that if Brady loses and Breeze loses, they're done. They're not. New England's got 12 draft picks. Sean Payton's not going anywhere. My gut feeling, though, is the rules have dictated that an offensive coach, a quarterback with lots of weapons, is the new way to win in this league. And that tells me today the Chiefs win at home and the Rams win on the road. It used to be, you know, you had a great quarterback, then you had the defensive coach, and you could have a running game. No, the rules have changed. You need perimeter weapons. I think the weakest team today in terms of perimeter weapons is New England. I think they could get buried if they start slowly. Rams, Saints, to me, much closer matchup. But my gut says Mahomes, Andy Reid, and those weapons, they're going to the Super Bowl. Goff, Gurley, McVay, Robert Woods, those weapons, they're going to the
young
Super Bowl.
guns, okay.
You know, the young guys, the numbers, the quarterbacks, that's all good to talk about. And rightfully so. That'll do your show great this week, okay?
Coach, you know you're a defensive guy. So.
No, but let me tell you, I'm thinking about this as a head coach. You say, okay, you got the best offenses, all that stuff. What's the winning formula? And I really believe that you have to have a head coach, okay, that has an appreciation for the defense. What can I do to protect my defense a little bit, okay? Bill Belichick. 2, you got to have a quarterback that will take what the offense gives you, because it's all about keeping them off the field, too. Possession time. And Tom Brady, he'll wear you out throwing the ball to the tight ends and the backs all day if you let him. And 3, when you have to run the ball, you got to have an offensive line. And the Patriots can run the ball as good as anybody when they have to. They proved it last week against a top 10 defense, the Chargers. So I'm all about, hey, I know all the numbers, but there's a formula to winning. You don't want to get in a shootout. Belichick's not going to do that.
You know, I look at this Rams-Saints game, and I'm so excited for it. And I look back to Week 9 when they played, and the Saints beat the Rams 45-35 in a shootout. And I've spoken to all the members of the Rams front office and coaching staff, and they're all saying the same thing this week. We are not the same team. That time, we were in a shootout. We were run and gun. We were 3 wide. Cooper Kupp goes down. They add C.J. Anderson late in the season. They view themselves as the alpha dogs in this game. The message that Sean McVay preached last night in the team meeting on Saturday night was, we don't feel pressure, we apply pressure. They view themselves as the stronger, tougher, mentally strong team in this matchup. They believe that they have the edge because they are a different squad than they were when they faced in Week 9.
They were last week, for sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Carissa, you mentioned the top 4 offenses. We got the luxury of watching the top 4 offenses today, but I'm anxious to see which defense is going to step up and play championship football. And for me, I think it's going to be the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints. So since week 10, led the league in sacks and takeaways. The addition of Eli Apple has paid dividends for him, a team that with Marshawn Lattimore, and it's allowed the defensive line to really tee off and get after the quarterback. So, you know, as cliche as it is, defense wins championships. When they needed to play last week,
Who was it?
Marshawn Lattimore made the play last week.
It wasn't Drew Brees,
It was
the
the
defense.
So,
You're right.
you know, the defense has to step up. We'll see.
Face today.
What's up, guys?
Hey, me, this guy.
Thought I'd get a wax figure of myself. Cool, right? Look at the crap.
All with the Chargers. What's he going to do? The guy that I'm interested in is Brian Callahan. You look at him, he's bringing the best offensive line coach in the entire league. You know, Brian came from Cincinnati, offensive coordinator. The guy he's bringing in, the coach, coaching this league for 25 years, head coach a couple of times, he'll be able to give Brian fatherly advice.
His dad.
Because he is his father.
Bill Callahan, offensive line coach. Brian Callahan, the new coach down in Tennessee,
Yes,
by the
right.
way, for those that don't remember. Hey, you know what? You won back-to-back Super Bowls.
Hard
twice.
to do. Yeah.
Twice.
Right.
Kansas City's already won back-to-back. No NFL team's ever had a three-peat.
Not going to happen.
Will the Chiefs three-peat?
I don't think so. I think it's just too difficult. The last team, major sports team to win a triple, win 3 in a row was out here, was the
Lakers.
The Lakers, Los Angeles Lakers in 2000, 2002. The thing is, I believe that last year they struggled. They couldn't wait to get to the playoffs. But what was impressive about Kansas City is they went on the road and then got to the Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl. I just don't think it's going to happen. It'll be fun to see if they do. I think they'll only rise when they face a team that they truly respect, like the Ravens, which they beat the other night. So I don't think they're going to make it. It's too emotionally draining. It was for me anyway. You can never rest. You can never get your brain to unwind a little bit. And I think Kansas City.
But some people think they're better this year than the
That's
other
true.
two teams that were.
With Worthy, with that receiver that can outrun everybody, they may be better.
They got a legitimate shot for sure. Let's say hello right now to our NFL insider, Jay Glazer.
Glazer.
Happy New Year,
Hello,
Jay.
fam. How we doing?
And you start off with some breaking news out of Dallas.
I can start off with a little breaking news out of Dallas. Look, the Dallas Cowboys have just in the last 30 minutes come with a new contract for Dak Prescott. It is 4 years, $240 million. $60 million, 231 of that is guaranteed. But the other part of that is that the Cowboys say it's a very salary cap friendly deal, so that opens them up to start making moves in the future.
All right, so he's now the highest paid quarterback in the game, highest paid player. Before that, it was Jordan Love who signed this offseason. 6 seconds left. He went down on Friday night. Scary looking injury.
Drake May being the only exception, only because he wants good in the New England Patriots team that's essentially rebuilding. But 5 of those 6 guys have an opportunity to succeed now.
And, you know, I look at the Detroit Lions. I'm excited about this team, first of all. I mean, they were 1 touchdown away and literally maybe a few controversial calls away from being in the Super Bowl. But Dan Campbell has the team playing in a way in which they have a common goal, which is winning. They're confident. They feel good about it. They kept their core guys together. Goff, St. Brown, Sewell, all those guys are locked in. You got tons of great rookies, Laporta, Gibbs, the wide receiver, Williams. So this is a team that's built to win now, but also with their young talent, they're built to win in 5, 6, 7 years. And I think this team will see back in the NFC Championship game, possibly in the Super Bowl if a few things go their way. And, you know, you look at the other end, the San Francisco 49ers, another team you could expect to be there because they've been there so often. I think they are more built to win now. But I think Detroit's a team we're going to be talking about.
They kept their coordinator, offensive coordinator, Johnson. That's huge.
Yep.
And I love the coaching of Dan Campbell. I love the way he coaches. You look at the new coaches, though, in this league. You know, hey, everybody's looking and says, Jim Harbaugh with the Chargers. What's he going to do? The guy that I'm interested in is Brian Callahan. You look at him.
Just a bit.
Yeah, 6 quarterbacks taken in the first round. A lot of excitement, starting with, of course, Caleb Williams is a generational player, but this class has people comparing this group to the '83 class or the 2004 class. That's a lot of Hall of Fame jackets. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But I will say this, and starting with Caleb, 5 of the 6 guys have gone to teams with, good coaching, good system, and talent. It puts them in a position to succeed. And I think Drake May being the only exception, only because he went to the New England Patriots team that's essentially rebuilding. But 5 of those 6 guys have an opportunity to succeed now.
And, I look at the Detroit Lions. I'm excited about this team.